What does that mean? He said people will be given in marriage and taking in marriage. There is nothing wrong with that. It's not saying that don't get married anymore. Okay? But Jesus said people will be only interested in their personal affairs. The real message in what Jesus said was this. Just like Noah was saying, the flood is coming, get ready. There is an ark here, get into this ark and save yourself and save your family. People rejected that message. What Jesus was saying that before his second coming, the message will be preached all over the earth. Now we know that there has never been an age like this, never been a century like this, a generation like this. You can go on internet and see thousands and thousands and thousands of messages posted, video, read, listen to audio, print out how many tens of thousands of pages that relate to Bible. Radios all over the place, televisions all over the place, and the whole world is hearing this message. But what is happening? We don't see the churches growing. We see the churches dying. Yesterday I was listening to something and they said each day one church, at least one church in Europe is turned into a mosque. I have nothing against Islamic people, okay? They want to worship God. It's their business. But what I'm talking about is about Christianity. Every single day, at least one church is being turned into mosque. Why? Nobody wants to go to church. It looks like more you preach, less they want to hear. And Jesus said, just before I'm ready to come, it will be exactly like the time of Jonah. Nobody will believe this anymore. People will think this is a joke. People will say, everything remains the same since the foundation of the earth. And people will reject this message. Then Jesus said, when they least expect, just like a thief come in the middle of the night when you don't expect him, I will just show up. So are you ready? Before we make others ready, are we ready? If this is the day that he comes back, do we have the assurance in our heart that we will be there? When you least expect it. Just a translation, One moment you are here in this world, the next moment you just slip through this window. I don't even know how to explain that. This so-called window and enter into eternity. If eternity starts today, where will you be? Let's worry about us for a minute. And then let's think about all our friends, our relatives, our cousins, our family members who think we are all cuckoo to talk about this in 21st century. How do you live? What is the priority in our life? As Jesus said, are we people like people in Noah's generation, only worried about us, about our stuff, this life, here, present? Is it consuming us, leaving us no time to think about eternity, no time for prayer, no time for Bible study, no time for fellowship? Then we are just like the people in the generation of Noah. But God interfered in our lives. He came at some point in our lives. He pulled us out from the lifestyle and said, now I have saved you from the fire. Live differently. I'm coming one of these days to receive you. Live in the hope of that. Live in the light of my coming. Live in the light of eternity. That's the message that we receive when we got saved. Maybe for a couple of days we lived like that. Then we started worrying about this life again. I'm not saying that we shouldn't worry about this life. We have to. But as children of God, we must make sure that we always live in the light of eternity. Because eternity may usher in upon us at any given moment. Stand up with me all over this place.